Yo, what's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? It's your old pal Shanksy, and welcome to my roster reviews, where we take a look at your, well, maybe not your, but someone's roster, and we compare it, see what they're working on, give you an idea on comparison on what you might be working on, what you can expect to be at that stage, and basically any advice that I can give to help streamline or help basically grow your roster in any way, shape or form. So thank you for stopping by, thank you for checking out the video. If you do want your roster reviewed, watch until the end, drop me a message on Discord, links are down below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Now, I'll put my hands up, there is a queue on this service, there's a few people already in the queue, but I will do my best to get through absolutely everyone. It's totally free of charge. If you do want to skip the queue, we can talk, but other than that, get in touch with me on Discord and we will go from there. But without further ado, let's get into today's roster. Right, so today's roster review, we are going to be looking at Mr. Commander Lex. He has been playing for 429 days, spent around $300 to $350. His total collection power is 3.16 mil. Strongest team power is 342k. War MVP 26 times. You, sir, are a beast. 26 times War MVP. That's phenomenal. Total characters collected 117. Characters at max star rank 30, and all-time arena rank is a number 2. He is a part of the Alliance Avengers Are Us. Got a lot of time for that name. Got a lot of time for that name. So, we are going to be looking at this. He's currently working on Tech Wing for U7. Focusing a little bit on the Brawlers as well. And then after that, he's not sure whether to go Fantastic Four, X-Men, Sinister Six, Guardians, or dear, oh dear. I know exactly where you feel, mate. There always feels like there's so many teams to work on and such a finite amount of resources going around. It does get really, really, really tough. Without a shadow of a doubt, I feel you there. Running an arena team at the moment of Ultron, Captain Marvel, Magneto, Jugs, and Phoenix, with a team power of 294k. Right, let's get in to the roster. So, having a look at it to start, we've got Deadpool favorited there, level 75, 61k, 5 red stars. I know you're working on the Hero Brawlers. Not sure why he's still favorited unless he's a real favorite character or so. And I think what you're doing is taking up all these guys to level 75. Now that's huge, dude. Make sure they're worth the resources straight away. Going up to every team to level 75 might not be the most efficient use of gold. I find 70, 71, that 71 mark for me is a real good shout. I think I saved the ones for 75 that I'm going to use a ton. I'll put my hands up. As Guardians might be one of them. My arena team will be another one. And Tech Wing will be a third. Other than that, apart from maybe Coulson and like a sparing character here or there, not a lot of my guys are going to go up to 75 until much later on when the gold becomes a little bit more viable. But your Deadpool's at 75 at the moment. Spider-Man's on 74 at 44k. Miss Marvel there at 42. American Chavez at 27. So I'd say out of all them guys, obviously, try and bring American Chavez up to the rest of the squad. But they're really super high anyway, man. That looks like a really good Brawlers team going on. Mantis there is favorited, but she is 7-star at 25. And my big old head is blocking Shuri. We've also got Falcon favorited, Scientist Supreme, so all the Tech Wing. And then we are going to go on to the main roster, and that starts at Captain Marvel. Level 75, well worth that, I'll give you that one. At 6 red star, 82k. Holy moly, I would not want to fight you in a war. That's why he's got that many war MVPs, is because people cannot get past that in a defense. Fair play, man. Absolute beast. What a beautiful red star pull there. Star-Lord going on to at 67k. And let's have a little look at the rest of the roster. I have to switch screens over. There we go. And then we're going on to Thanos, really, really chunky at 73. Iron Fist at 72. Punisher at 73. Ultron at 75. Phoenix at 72. And one thing I will say straight away is honestly that boost that they get on resistance and focus from 70 to 71 is huge. From 72 and 73 isn't really worth it. 74 and 75 get good again. But is it worth the gold taking them from 71 to 75? I don't know personally. I don't know personally. I can see what you're doing. You're trying to just like clear off that team, and that makes a great deal of sense to me. But honestly, maybe that gold could be spent better elsewhere, in my opinion anyway. So Phoenix at 72, she's worth taking up to 75, for that being said. Luke Cage is being blocked by my old head. Then Wolverine, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Shield Security at 52. I'm going to try and move this over slightly, guys. The trouble is, with different phones taking screenshots, it's very, very hard to size them up properly. So hopefully that looks a little bit better. And then we've got Rocket Raccoon, War Machine, Jugs at 5 red star. That's real nice, man. That's real nice. And I noticed that he's in your arena team. So the extra levels are well worth it on him as you're using him every day, where they might not be that useful on like Deadpool. Minerva at level 70. 4 red stars, looking pretty good. Agent Coulson there, again, another character worth taking up to 75. Nick Fury at 70. Magneto, Sabretooth, Loki, and Crossbones. Then we're going to go a little bit further down. We've got 4 red stars on Mordo for 34k. Shocker is at 33k. I don't know what you're planning on doing with the Sinister Six, but he might be worth favouriting because he's a right long grind, man. He might be worth favouriting and chucking a little bit of energy at him every day. We've got Drax there at 72, Gamora at 31. She's also very, very good in the Brawlers team if you're looking for someone else in there. Kree Royal Guard at 60. Mr. Sinister with 3 red stars on him. Very nice. Groot, Hand Assassin, Hela, and Venom. Just show you that that Mr. Sinister there. Being blocked by me head. Doesn't matter where you go in these roster reviews, unless I do like a border. Let me know down below, guys, if you want to see a border, maybe a smaller screenshot, and then we'll see some other stuff going on. I don't know. But yeah, it might save me blocking a few of the characters as we go. So then we've got Elsa, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, Nobu, Strife. I'm blocking Green Goblin, Hand Sentry, Iron Man, Miles Morales, and Kree Reaper. And we're taking a bit of a dive here, so they're all into the high 20s, but still looking pretty good. Again, he's another brawler that could go on that team. But we'll have to have a little look what you're doing with your save squads in a minute. Thor, one of my favourite characters in the game at this point in time. I'm madly in love with the Asgardians. 3 red stars on him, 6, and he's nearly at 7 star. Fair play to you. Yondu at 6, Ronan the Accuser all done and dusted. Carnage, Psylocke, we've got Korath being blocked by me at 24k. Rhino at 24, Quake at 24. I don't know if you're going for Black Bolt with the Asgardians, but if you are, now might be the time to start working on Quake in the run-up to like January. Hulk and Storm. Who else we got? Shield Trooper, I'd totally leave where he is. Shield Medic is well worth some investment in. If you're running that Coulson team, well worth the investment. We got Kree Noble there as well at 5 stars, nearly at 6. So I don't know if you're hopefully going to be getting 6-star Fury this go round. Shield Operative, I'd pretty much stop farming if I were you. Elektra at 22k. I'm blocking Colossus, who is 3 red star, but only 4 red star, but only 3 gold star at this point in time. Once he becomes farmable, everyone's Phoenix teams are going to improve drastically. Wasp, Bullseye, Hydra Viper. Pyro needs some love, man. Pyro needs some loving, dude. For that Brotherhood team, Pyro definitely need a little bit of TLC. We got Kree Oracle at max, Mystique, Ravager, Boomer at 5 red stars, looking pretty good there. I think I've got 6 on mine and haven't done much with it, so I wouldn't really recommend pushing that too high. Kree Cyborg as well might be worth favouriting if you're going for the Fury event. Handblade Master I pretty much wouldn't touch, hopefully just get that out of orbs and stuff. Graviton down there, Ant-Man, Ultimus, I'm not a massive fan of Ultimus, dude. I see you've got him up to 18k there, level 57. Personally, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't take him any higher. But yeah, I can't find a use for him. I can't work out a use for him. I'm blocking Scarlet Witch, and then we've got Rescue there at 18k. So we've got Vision at 17, well worth some love. Winter Soldier, I'm not a massive fan. Black Panther again, I'm not a massive fan of the Wakandans, so I see nothing wrong there. Shield Assault is absolutely massive in the Shield Fury team. Absolutely massive. So if you're working on that Shield team, I would definitely throw some love his way. Killmonger I'd leave where he is, same with Cable, Mysterio, The Thing, Okoye and Vulture. Then we're going on to Merc Riot Guard, Hawkeye, Night Nurse, Captain America, Hydra Scientist at level 53. Okay. A Monstrosity at 43. I don't get it. I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. That's some serious love there for Hydra Scientist at 3 red star. But I'm blocking Monstrosity at 5 red star. And he's only level 43. I'd have switched them around straight away, man. Show some love to AIM Monstrosity if you're working on that AIM team. Hand Sorceress, Namor, Mr. Fantastic, Ravager, Stitcher, Human Torch, M'Baku, Kingpin, Merc Sniper, Hand Archer, AIM Infector, I'm blocking at 4 red star, Ravager Bruiser, Merc Lieutenant, Black Widow, and AIM Assault. We're definitely getting towards the lower end, but all of these guys are still high 40s, 50s and stuff. That's a lot of gold, man. It's a lot of gold. And then going down to the very bottom of the roster, we've got AIM Security, all the Hydras again at level 45s, AIM Researcher and Merc Lieutenant with Nebula at the end. So, right, my personal opinion, early doors, is I get that you've gone for a bit of depth, a bit of width on the roster, but I think solid resources, solid amounts of gold have gone into certain tunes that you might never use apart from maybe the first Blitz rotation, maybe. So I wouldn't really worry about taking anyone that you're not going to be using on a regular basis past 30. You know, that's my benchmark normally. 30 costs about 98k gold. It makes a big difference to the 300k gold that 40 costs. You know, it's a big difference. You do that over 5 characters, $1 million gold. You know, it soon adds up. And again, with the higher end of the roster, I don't know if taking a tune to level 75 is always going to be feasible, where 71 is more than adequate. So maybe try and save yourself some gold to push some of the other teams a little bit higher, you know, like with the gold that you saved on, I don't know, Hydra, for example, could have been invested more into Fantastic Four, or could still be invested elsewhere going forward. But let's have a little look at the saved squads, guys. So we're going to be looking at top of the shop, 289k defenders. I really like the defenders. I say it all the time. I'm a massive fan. They help me out massively, without a doubt. I like them. I wouldn't take them any higher. You know, if you hit like crazy red stars on them, sweet as, but I wouldn't take them much higher. This team, absolutely love it. Solid positioning. Groot acting as a tank. Saying that, even that really works, you know, because if Groot dies, which I'm guessing Rocket starts, specials early, Groot taunts, Groot dies because he's lower than the rest of them, that gives the buffs to Star-Lord and Rocket. Minerva bring, okay, that works. I had to work out that playthrough in my head there, guys, but yeah, that works. I like it. This is an absolutely huge brawler team, dude. I really like the looks of this. I wouldn't work on Deadpool anymore. I wouldn't take him any higher. Obviously, Captain Marvel, if you can take higher, lovely. I would just try and bring American Chavez up a little bit and make sure that you've got tier 4s in Miss Marvel's passive. And that would pretty much, in my opinion, be that team pretty much done. That's a real solid team, man. That's a real solid team. And then I would start working on this team without a shadow of a doubt. So we've got a big old jump there. 258 to 182. That's a 70k jump. And I think the Phoenix team is a much better team. So I would start working fairly heavily on these. I would start with Storm, then Colossus, Maybe leave Psylocke till last. Don't do anything more with Wolverine. Maybe leave Psylocke till last. Because I think that Psylocke might be the one that's left out in the cold. Like once we eventually, if we ever get Cyclops, if we ever, then we've got this Ultron team. I really like this Ultron team. Nothing wrong with this at all. Throwing in the Misfits, got a bit of a healer there. Now wrong with that. Now we've got a makeshift Brotherhood team. So we've got the core Brotherhood, and we're using Carnage and Venom. I like the ideas with that. Solid team. I would definitely show Pyro some love. I think Pyro's a really, really strong, really underrated character in my opinion. Then we have got the Fury team just at the top there, 159. We've got Assault there, Operative, Fury, Security, and Trooper. I would personally be bringing in Medic and Coulson. I'd be dropping these guys out, 23 and 22k respectively. I'd be dropping them out, bringing in the core of that Coulson team. 137k for the Supernatural team. They are definitely worth looking at, depending on what your focus is. I would say predominantly, out of the teams that we've seen so far, I would be working on X-Men, bringing up Pyro, and then starting on the Supernatural. Out of the teams that we've seen so far, I really like this this team down here, using the Marauders, using Cable. I've also used Cable for a little bit on that, mainly for want of a better character. You know, hopefully they get someone, the 5th member, fairly soon. Power Armor team could do with a little bit of loving, but I guarantee you that doesn't lose a blitz with a 50k War Machine and everyone else around the 20 mark. I guarantee you that don't lose a blitz. So I like that team. I would definitely start looking at bringing them up, but that's personal preference. There seems to be a lot that we need to be, or that I would be looking at to work on. Asgardians there, we've got a real cool structure of the Asgardians mixed with Yondu and Kingpin. Okay, the Kingpin acting as the tank, giving everyone defense up. Yondu doing a nice bit of burst damage early doors. I like it. You know who would also work in that team is either Venom or Carnage. Give some negative effects straight off the bat, and then let Hela spread that negative effects. That would really work. With this team, as I say, I would move these guys up and then maybe put Trooper and Operative down here. I think you'll get much better results overall. Yeah, much better results overall. And then we're looking at Sinister 6, 118k. And it really depends what you want to be doing with that. Fair play. You know what? Fair play, dude. You were the first person I've actually seen use Ultimus in a team, full stop. I've got a lot of time for that. A lot of time for that indeed. 113k. Who are we dropping out there? So who are we dropping out? So we're not using Noble. Okay, we're not using Noble or Reaper. Okay. I personally like Reaper in a team, and I like Noble in the team. But maybe with Ultimus, as I say, I've not seen it before, so that could be working really well. Then we've got like a makeshift Wakandan team with Merc Riot Guard in there. And then at the very bottom, we're using Shuri on the Fantastic Four. Now, I really like the replacement of Shuri on the Fantastic Four instead of Invisible Woman, if you don't have her. I like that a lot. As opposed to Merc Riot Guard, let me just double check if we've used Merc Lieutenant anywhere. I can't recall seeing Merc Lieutenant anywhere. But I would put Merc Lieutenant on that team instead. Because you've already got a tank in the form of M'Baku. So I think maybe Merc Lieutenant on that team, offense up, could be pretty nice. Could be pretty nice. So yeah, that is it for me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Dude, I hope that roster reviews helped you. In my opinion, you've spread yourself too thin with gold and resources and things like that. And when you're working on a team, which is awesome, you're super working on a team. But I feel like spreading yourself thin by bringing the real lower guys on your roster up to like level 40s and 50s, and then bringing like the teams that you're working on up to 75 has left a very, very, very big hole in the middle. And I'd try and start filling that if I was you. So 70, 71 is great for a team that you're going to use a lot. 65 is perfectly acceptable for a lot of teams as well. It all depends, obviously, how much gold you're getting and things like that. So that would be my advice. And I hope the roster review has helped. I hope you enjoy it. Guys, if you have like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And please, 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 don't forget, comment and let me know what you'll do with this roster. And until next time, you take it easy. See you on the flip side.